Hello everyone. In today's session, we will be starting with decision control statements in Python. As far as today's agenda is concerned, we will see what exactly is decision control statement, basic structure of if statement, if else statement, structure of if else ladder, and nested if else statement. As a developer, whenever you are writing a code, that time you need to take a decision or control the flow of instructions. That time you will require to have decision control statements. As far as Python is concerned, Python is providing different decision control statements. These are if statement, if else statement, if else ladder, nested if statement, nested if else statement, and logical operators like not, and, in, or can be utilized with the combination of if statement. Generally, this is just the if else part. We are generating different combination out of it to write down the code. So first point is if statement. As far as if statement is concerned, you can see over here the condition is checked in the beginning. There are two outcomes of a condition. You can write down any condition like n is not equal to 0, n is greater than m, n mod 2 is exactly equal to 0, like this. These conditions are valid conditions. So the condition is checked. The outcome of the condition is either true or false. If it is true, then block of statements are there, list of statements are there which can be executed. And if the condition is false, straight away we are skipping if statement. Structure for if statement is if expression to be written ending with colon. After that one, n number of statements to be written. This n number of statements should be properly indented, since in Python we do not use any opening curly braces or closing curly braces like that we were using in C and C++. Here there is no concept like that. So if expression, after that ending with colon, and n number of statements properly indented. This is how this if structure look like. One more structure is there, and that is if else statement. In if else statement, you can see the condition is checked. If the condition is true, you are having block of statement to be executed. If the condition is false, then block of statements to be executed. It means that in this case, the outcome, whatever the outcome, true or false, you are having block of statements to be executed. But in the previous if statement, only if the condition is true, then we are executing block of statement. Then what will happen if the condition is false? To check that, you will require to write down another if statement with expression. And if it is true, then you can execute block of statement. The sequence will goes off. Then you will be having list of if statements. And if here in the second condition, if else statement that we are having, by default, if the condition is false, then else part will govern the rest of the statements to be executed. Syntax for this one is if expression ending with colon, group of statements properly indented. If the condition is false, else part with colon and group of statements to be executed. Next statement for decision control is if else statement. Here in this case, what happens if you are having n number of conditions to be checked sequentially, that time you are using if else statement. It is just similar to if else statement in C, C++. Here you are having if expression ending with the colon and group of statements to be executed if this condition or expression is true. Otherwise, you can have another expression to be checked. How it is to be written? Elif. One more expression to be written over there and condition ending with colon and group of statement. Suppose these two conditions cannot satisfy, you can write down one more statement, elif, expression and statement after this elif. Means it will become if, elif, elif, and finally it is ending with else statement. Else, colon and group of statement. This is how this if, elif, else ladder will work. One more concept is that nested if statement. In nested if statement, one if is written within the body of another if statement. The sequence goes off. And in nested if else statement, we are writing one if else statement within the body of another if else statement. For example, you can see over here this if else within the body of another if else statement. In the else part also, you can have multiple if else statement within this else part also. This is how nested if else statement will work. We will see a simple example by writing a code in Python to check whether the given number is even or odd. For this one, I have already written a code. You can see over here, I am using IDE Spyder Integrated Development Environment. You can go for Jupyter Notebook also. That is also one of the good editor, web-based editor. Here you can see these multiple green lines are multi-line comments. If you want to give single line comment, you can write down hash and afterwards whatever the statement is termed as single line comment. I am having single variable. I am asking the user to input value for n which is of integer data type. Suppose user is entering over here 5. After that one I am checking if n mod 2, that is 5 mod 2, it will be generating remainder. 5 mod 2 will generate remainder 1 and quotient 2. It will check whether 5 mod 2 is exactly equal to 0. What is our output here? It is 1. So this if statement is generating false output. Then we are checking one more condition over here. 5 mod 2, n mod 2 is not equal to 0. This is correct. That's why it will be printing a message. It should print the entered number isn't even number. Let us compile the program, execute the program. F5 key, shortcut key for Spyder editor, Spyder IDE, F5. I am entering over here as we have used same value in the dry run, that is 5. See here, entered number isn't even number. This is the console of this IDE. This is the editor of IDE, and this one you can see, this one, this is variable explorer. It will be giving the value of n, having the value 5, and data type is int, that is integer. Here in this case, we checked whether the given number is or entered number by the user is even or not, or odd, by using two if statement. Same thing can be done by using if else statement. Same code is here. You can see multi-line comment over here. You are asking the user to enter value of n. User is entering value 5. you're checking over here again, n mod 2 is exactly equal to 0, 5 mod 2 exactly equal to 0, false. Then by default the control will pass to else part and it will be executing else statement. We will compile this program, execute, control F5 is the shortcut key, F5. I'm entering over here value 5 again, enter. This is not a even number. I'm re-executing the program. I'm entering the value, suppose 9. This is not a even number. One more time, 8. This is even number. This is how it will work. Now, as far as if else statement is concerned, we will check or compare two numbers. Which one is the greatest one or equality of that one. For that one, I have written this code by using if else ladder. I am asking the user to input the value of a. So user is entering the value. A is equal to suppose 7 and B is equal to suppose 5. You can see here value of A, value of B accepted. We are comparing over here. A is greater than B. 7 is greater than 5. 7 is greater than 5. Yes, it is. So it will be printing the message A is greater. We will consider another scenario. Suppose A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 7. That time this condition will be false and we are checking over here if B is greater than A. Now in second condition this is true, so B is greater than A. Else, suppose user is entering the data A is equal to 5 and B is also 5. That time this statement will be false, this statement will be false, this else part will be executed, both are equal. This is how it will work. Let us run the program. Before that, I'm going to clear the console. I'm going to clear all the variables in the variable explorer. Now I'm compiling the program, executing the program, F5. I'm entering the value over here. A is equal to suppose 7, first condition. B is equal to 5, enter. A is greater than B. You can see over here in the variable explorer also, A, B values are of integer data type. Then I'm running this program again by interchanging the value. Now A is equal to 5, B is equal to 7. You can see here B is greater. Now once again we are executing the program. A is equal to 5, B is also equal to 5, equality condition. Then it is generating a message that A and B both are equal. In the first condition, multiple conditions checked by using multiple if statement. In second one, we have used if the condition is false, by default the control is transferred to else part. In third condition, our third program, we have seen comparison of two numbers in which we checked two conditions and finally else part by default is executed if both the conditions are false. Suppose sometimes what will happen, you are having if statement, after that elif statement, you can go on increasing this elif statement in a ladder type or ladder like approach, and afterwards you can write down this else statement. This is how this if statement, if else statement will work. I hope that this point is clear. Thank you so much for watching the video.